here we are at the 8th edition of the annual Longest Day, Longest Ride up at Conrennie Plantation. A fantastic venue and situated only half a mile from the world famous Craignabar on the TT course. Well, it's a lovely day at the moment. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky, but the forecast for later on today and into the night isn't looking good.
Okay, so we're here now with Stephen Kelly, last year's winner. Back to defend his title, but up against some stiff competition, I'm sure, in Gary and Ger. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Weather's turned out quite well, actually. Had a lot of overnight rain and yesterday, but yeah, it's looking good. Looking forward to it.
How's the fitness?
Yeah, not too bad. We've only had 4 weeks recovery from the last one, but suck it and see.
So we're with Ger Jackson, who's over from Ireland for the event for the 3rd year running. Back for a go.
Yeah, haven't won it yet, so have to keep coming back and give it another try. It's one of the top events, top 24-hour events I've done in the last few years. I've rode most of the big ones in the UK. This is done the World Championships this year. This is right up there with those events, so back again for more.
And you're up against Stephen Kelly again.
Stephen Kelly and Gary Kirby.
And Gary Kirby, so you're looking to renew your rivalry with
tough Manx men who've made names for themselves now in UK and the world stage as well, so it's their home race. This is the closest I've got to a home race.
Well, welcome back. We're really pleased that we come over again, so we look forward to seeing you at the end tomorrow. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. What are you looking to do? How many laps are you hoping to do?
I did 50 last year.
Yep.
New bike this year, lighter, ready to race, so we'll see, but I just want to beat last year's number, weather dependent, but hopefully it's not looking too bad. It's just down to a bit of that and a bit of those.
Right, good luck.
And see how we get on. Thank you very much.
What's your tactics this year, Leah?
Just try and do as many laps as I can, stop for a bit, go again and try and do the full 24 hours.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Some of you have done this before, who hasn't? Oh dear.
First time with a full ladies team, and we're gunning to go.
Come on then, prediction, how many laps are you going to do?
Oh my God. In total?
In total.
In total. What did you do last year? About 60.
Well, 61's the target then, yeah?
Yeah, okay. 61.
Right, well good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, I've done the event now for I think this is 7th year on the trot, and I've been coming along and you could see the event growing, going from strength to strength, and there became an opportunity for us to get involved with Conister, and it kind of fitted in with what we do. It's a great community event, there's mass participation, and it kind of made sense. So I think Conister have got 2 teams in, and there's one from Edgewater, which is a sister company of ours. But ever since I did this event, I've always done it just with a few friends, and we kind of just kept it together every year and carried that on. I mean, I get a bit of stick at work throughout the course of the year for not doing that, but you know,
Truth is you can't get in the team.
I can't get in the squad. No, I've got no chance. They're prime athletes.
Nice aerial footage now, a huge gathering on the line. Some of the riders really keen, some are here for a pleasurable day out. All sorts of bikes, from fat bikes to single speeds to solo riders, pairs and teams. A long 24 hours ahead, but it's one of the most fantastic events on the island, it really is. As you can see, some people taking it a bit more serious than others. But the keen ones, keen to get away to a fast start, put a bit of space between them and the rivals and tear off into the countryside. It's a beautiful course set up here now by the Locked and Loaded Cycling Club. And they're supported well from the DEFA, local department, that really keen to see these plantations utilised by the community. Some of the more favoured solo riders going through, as you can see, Steve Kelly in the yellow and followed by Gary Kirby. Both previous winners of the event, both have different strategies. Be interesting to see how that goes through the night. And there's a beautiful bit of footage of the North Shore section, timber section going through the trees, and at night that's a beautiful area to ride, but you want to make sure you don't get it wrong because it's one hell of a drop off. Some great bike control coming out of the trees there. Steve Kelly looking quite serious as he comes towards the end of a lap there. It's just coming out of the tree section. And Ger Jackson, our Irish traveller who comes here, I think it's his 3rd year this year, but he's one of the favoured riders in the solo event. And there's Gary Kirby, resplendent in his fire service kit. Of course, bike preparation, strategies on feeding and tyre pressures, etc. Very crucial in the event, but you can see some beautiful footage of where we are.
So Gary, how's it all going so far?
Well, we're nearly 8 hours in, and it's been a fantastic event so far. The weather's played a big part of it, I think. You know that we've had wind, we've had rain. The wind has completely changed direction now. We've had numerous different leaders in the solo class. Gary Kirby, who's a renowned fast starter, can't keep him under control. This year he's had a lot better strategy, I think, and he started steadier. And he's got that lead over Stephen Kelly, last year's winner. Steve, a very strong rider, but Steve's very meticulous in his preparation. A little surprising, Ger Jackson over from Dublin for I think it's the 3rd year. A very strong finish in his 2nd last year, but I don't know what's happened just in this last half an hour, but he's dropped down to 10th place. So whether he's had a planned break or he's had a change or a feed, we don't know. So it's a big game of chess, this 24-hour race. So. Teams are really, I think at the moment, Team Cycle Fest, the great event that started in the north of the island last year. They're leading that competition and they've got a good lead in it. Yeah. And then in the pairs competition, Ross Thorley and David Curtis, they're running away with that at the moment, but being chased, hanging onto their shirt tails by Martin Hill, and Mr. Oram is his team partner. So, and in the ladies competition, not sure how that's going at the moment. It was a big battle with Kat Price and Nikki Sharp, but not too sure where that's sat, so that's been to-ing and fro-ing. So, well, the forecast is it's going to stay dry, and we've hopefully got glorious sunshine and an army of midgies to deal with in the morning. But the track's quite wet, it's fair to say. Whether that'll play a part in it, but hopefully it all dries out, spirits pick up again, and we're in for a great remaining 16 hours. All right, Sean.
Yeah, good. Yeah, team's going well.
On a bit of a break, line 4th at the moment.
Line 4th, yeah. We've got about 2 hours between riders, recuperate, warm up, and then get back out there.
And is that a strategy for the night, or?
Yeah, it's going to go longer in the night. We're going to be doing 3 laps each. Give the others a rest. Hopefully get us through the night then and get some good time, so we can get up towards the top.
Aiming for a top 3 or even better.
Secretly, we're aiming for top 3. We're not going to get Cycle Fest. They are fantastic. Everyone on that team is flying at the minute. But if we get up top 3, we'll be more than happy.
Ross Thorley, the leading team in the pairs competition at the moment. Probably our strongest rider, it's fair to say. I think here today, just narrowly missed out on the Island Games. Ross, how's it going for you? You seem to be running away with that pairs competition.
So far, so good. Yeah, we're enjoying it. It's just a shame about the weather, really. It's really wet, and once you're wet through, there's not much you can do, is there? You know.
You've had a wash, obviously, because I've seen you just before, and you were caked in it.
Just poured a bottle of water over myself, but yeah, there's not much you can do, really. I mean, with the 2 of us, there's not much time between, so it's pointless getting changed and getting dry and stuff. So we might just try and keep going as we are, really. It's working quite well as it is, so
great.
Don't break it.
Good man, will you keep going?
We'll try, we'll do our best. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well,
thanks.
This is Gary Kirby. He won this event 2 years ago, and he's just come in for a routine stop. You can see how quick it is. He's got to get some proper, wholesome, slow release protein into him and carbs into him. Quick change, bike's getting a quick wash, and then he's going to be back out. So, but you can see the state the guys are in now, and this is only 8 hours into the event. A third of the way through. It's a tough old game. Any words to say, Gaz?
No, not really. It wouldn't be very polite.
John, how's it all going so far?
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, the weather again has let us down a bit today. It reminds me of 2 years ago, which was pretty foul, but hopefully it's going to buck up now. Course is cutting up a bit in places. Boys are coming in well plastered, but everyone seems to be enjoying it, which is great. It's a good atmosphere, and everyone's positive about it. I mean, it's you have to accept that mountain biking is all about it. It's all about the weather and about the conditions. Of course,
you're leading at the moment, though. That can't be a bad
I
thing.
wouldn't say I'm leading. Our team are leading. I just happen to be in the team. But
well, everybody says there's a bit of a mirage here because you're the cleanest guy that's here. You've done 8 hours and there's no mud on you.
Yeah.
Riders there, some of the team supporters busy in the service stations. As you can see, the weather's closed in. And the riders starting to prepare now for the grueling night section where the rain is forecast to come down heavy and the wind is going to get up. Gary Kirby taking on board food. Really crucial that you eat all the way through the event. It's not just about the servicing and the porridge and the intake throughout the night, but it's eating on the hoofer, so to say. Steve Kelly giving it a thumbs up, things are going well for him. And that's a real crucial part of the event. In the marquee, where the Women's Institute, I think it is this time, are looking after the riders, and they've always got a smile on their face, a massive part of the event. Turn now through the nose there, Party Central there down in the trees. You'll see just as you enter the North Shore section, Russell Moore and his gang having a bit of a party and welcoming the riders all through the night. Great footage of the lights. There's a lot of quality lighting out there now, and all the riders need them through the night to find their way through the trees, and this camera work here just shows that beautifully. As you can see quite clearly now, the riders finding their way through the North Shore section, the wide open fire roads and the single tracks, a really varied course. The riders have been riding really hard through the night through awful weather, and you can see the wind, and we just moved beautifully into a whole different day. It really is a different day. The wind and the rain and the sun is coming up, and the riders' body clocks are changing. They realise that they're not going to get any sleep. So they've just got to crack on, and it's a beautiful day up here now.
Good morning, Gary.
Yeah, good morning.
And how has it gone through the night?
A bit grim at times, to be fair. It was a cold, windy night last night up here in Conrennie. But the race itself, it's taken its shape as we thought. Steve Kelly has come to the fore. He's a great rider through the night, very steady. And in the solo competition, he's now got a 3-lap lead. The teams Cycle Fest have run away with this one, and the Team Albert sponsored team from down the south of the island sat in second, nice and neat. In the pairs, Ross Thorley and Dave, they've got that sewn up now. They've romped away with that 3-lap lead now. So I would have thought if everything maintains as static, spirit's a bit higher, do you know? A bit more uplifted, I think, this morning. It's always the same, I think, in this event. That when it gets light and your body realises it's given up ever getting any sleep, you do seem to turn a corner. And I always find the last 2 hours in this event are as good and as much fun as the first two. So,
So how do you think this year's Longest Day, Longest Ride's gone so far?
I think it's gone really well. The weather, as always, has played its part up at Conrennie, its own little microclimate. You'll see from people riding around, they're suitably covered in mud. We've had rain, we've had mist, we've had wind, we've had sunshine. Sun's trying to break through the clouds now. Yeah, I think it's gone really well.
Do you feel that the atmosphere, everyone's still enjoying it?
Yeah, you look around and the smile on people's faces, they're still smiling, they're still enjoying it, they're still going round. So yeah, they're still having fun.
And how do you think for the charity it's done them well with it on being on the shirt and everything this year?
I think it's going to do wonders for the charity, I really do. It's going to increase their exposure. Like you say, their logo is on the jersey. Every rider got a leaflet about organ donation. I think it's certainly going to do a lot for them.
last hour of the event now, and the riders, they're all settled. They know where they're going to finish in the event. They're just enjoying a fantastic day out and a fantastic achievement by all concerned, from the organisers through to the riders. What a brilliant, brilliant event. Some crazy fancy dress riders going out for the last hour just to have a bit of fun in the event, and then when they cross the line for that final time, having ridden for 24 hours, it'll be time for a cool beer and put that bike away for a few days. I don't think they'll want to touch them just yet. So the riders come in for the final time, and Steve Kelly crossing the line, and that's it. That's the 24 hours all done. A great ride by Steve Kelly to clinch the solo award, and Conister Bank the team award, and all the riders coming in for a well-earned rest, grab a burger, grab a beer, and wait in earnest for the prize presentation as the final jellyfish crosses the line. I think there was only the one, so it was first and last jellyfish to finish the event. And Steve Kelly, hands in the air. What a great ride from Steve Kelly, and the 2017 solo winner of the longest day, longest ride, sponsored by Conister Bank. And a beautiful shot of the trophies, all handmade by Dave Newsham. He really should do this for a living. They're beautiful works of art.
So here we have Without a Name, who won the Pairs Trophy this year. How do you feel?
Bit second hand, but happy it's over in a way, and just happy we won. Really, just kept going.
We struggled for a bit, didn't we?
Yeah, we didn't really know what to expect, really. We didn't really have a plan.
Did you think at one point you might give it up? Or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It always goes through your mind, doesn't it? But I don't think we would have done. But obviously, when you're suffering, the thought's always there, isn't it?
Would you do it again? Try and retain your title?
Possibly, yeah. I wouldn't say no.
Well,
I'd say no. See how we
recover. Yeah, don't ask today.
Yeah, see how we recover.
Hi, Johnny. Winner of our single speed trophy this weekend, and obviously have broken the record as well, and you got your aim of 200 miles?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel like I'd do another 24 hours at the moment, to be honest. But then I have had some beer, so.
Well, yeah, that does help.
Yeah.
How do you think it went? Did you have any low spots, or?
I had a lesson with Adam, the coach, last weekend, and we were basically talking about the mental build-up to it and what I could do and what I could do better than what I've done in the past. And he gave me a few hints and tips, and they made all the difference. You know, I picked my attitude, I picked to be happy, I picked to get around the problems I had.
Well, we're delighted really, because we came with a makeshift team, and we managed to pull it off, and we're really pleased, because we thought, you know, if we got on the podium again, we'd be quite satisfied with that. But looked good early on in the yesterday, and then the rain came and things stayed constant, and we just gradually eked it out, and we're really chuffed with it.
In the middle of the night, it was grim. It was really, really grim. I mean, you couldn't see so much in front of you, and like the fire road was so wet that you were riding through, and the spray was just hitting in the face, and it didn't matter whether you had glasses on or not. But they were tough conditions, but they're tough for everybody.
Yeah.
And in and out the trees, are kind of like going into the second set of trees was kind of like your break. You got away from it all. You got protected.
Did you ever have the feeling that you might, you know, jack it in and go for, you know?
Oh, no,
we weren't doing that.
Some actually made the effort to go to a wedding midway, but most of us stuck to the task.
Yeah, but at least you came back and did miles after that as well. I was very impressed.
He's done a few less laps than the rest of us, but we won't go into that.
With the solo winner, Stephen Kelly, who retained your title, the first person to ever do that for the longest day, longest ride. How are you feeling?
Tired.
You did look tired coming over the line.
Yeah, it was a tough course today.
And then obviously to start with, 2 or 3 of them went quite fast. Did you think that maybe you wouldn't catch them, or?
I thought everyone had gone too fast, to be honest. I thought I went at the same pace I did in early, and I didn't think people would sustain it, to be honest. Just kept to my own, did my own race. That's all you can do.
Yeah. Oh, well done, very well done, and hope to see you back next year.
Thank you very much.